As a real estate investor and a bookkeeper that specializes in working with real estate investors, a few of the things I wish I knew sooner is first, you really need to understand your finances as a real estate investor. It's so important that you're treating your investments like a business. And one of the most important parts of having a business is understanding your financial picture, and bookkeeping will help you get there. One of the other things that I wish I knew sooner as a real estate investor was there's so many different types of software on the market. You feel a little bit overwhelmed about what do I need, what do I not need, especially in the beginning. Where you place your money is really important. And one of the tools I think is absolutely worth it is QuickBooks Online. The subscription monthly is absolutely worth the benefit of having your finances organized, understanding where your money is going every month, coming in, coming out. So it's, I think, the best software for real estate investors for bookkeeping because it's universally understood by tax CPAs. So that's really helpful when it comes to tax season. You can just give access to your tax CPA and they can go in and pull the information that they need. Also, I know there's a lot of other softwares on the market right now that are kind of trying to do like an all-in-one. They collect your rent, they can do tenant requests, things like that. And they also have like a bookkeeping functionality. I find that those softwares are really great for the real estate specific things, but for bookkeeping, they fall a bit short. They don't give you all the information that you need come tax time. So I find QuickBooks to certainly be worth the investment. Another thing I wish I knew, or I wish my clients knew early on in their investing space, is that bookkeeping is so important. They need to be keeping track of their records real time because it's not just, we see it all the time in HGTV shows that budgets are constantly running over or projects take more time than expected, which means they incur more costs. That happens in real life too. So if you're staying on top of your finances, I would say at least monthly, you can understand kind of if we've gone over in maybe one area, maybe we can tweak the budget a bit in another area to try to stay on track because it's kind of so important that you're hitting those budgets, especially now. Margins can be a little bit tight, so we want to be sticking to the budget, and bookkeeping allows us to do that. And then another thing that I wish real estate investors knew was that first, hiring a bookkeeper is so worth it. It will pay for itself, that investment. And also hiring a bookkeeper that specializes in real estate is so important because there's a lot of nuances that real estate investors face that maybe generalist bookkeepers aren't familiar with, such as closing statements and complicated loan transactions, construction escrow, earnest money deposits. These are all things that real estate investors are encountering all the time. And if you don't have a bookkeeper that specializes in real estate, you're going to be explaining these concepts over and over again. So at first, while investing in a bookkeeper may seem a little expensive if you've been doing it yourself, or using a lower cost option, I find that my clients find it to pay for itself over time because they're saving time, not having to explain the same concepts over and over again, and then they can spend more time on kind of revenue generating activities, finding the next deal and things like that.